That's a good fish right there. There we go, girl. Woo, man.
Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by FishBrain, the world's #1 fishing app. Download it free now and start hooking up.
Welcome back to historical St. Augustine, where history and nature come together. Today, I'm kicking this episode off with Pastime Tours, and we've got an exciting treat for you. Ken, tell us a little bit about what we're going to do today.
Well, you know, sightseeing around St. Augustine is the thing to do. This city has more incredible things in every way, and everywhere you turn, just right down to little details like the sundials and architectural work, but it's the history of the city itself being the oldest. We actually still have remaining walls from the very first settlements 42 years before Jamestown. Not to mention what it is today. Every flavor of food, live music, people from all over the world with very clean and a very low crime rate.
The unique thing about Pastime Tours, however, is the way we're going to get around today. Tell everybody about how we're going to be seeing history of St. Augustine.
Well, you know, in order to really feel like you're part of history, you got to step back in time just a little bit. So we've created all electric, antique Model T and Model A cars for you today. And this puts you in that limelight that you're part of history as people wave to you, smile at you, and certainly take your picture.
Well, Ken, I'm ready to hop in my 1908 Model T and go see the city.
Sounds good to me. Let's go have fun.
What you're showcasing is where we came from, our roots, and our American history.
Absolutely.
Because that's where we really gain our strength.
100% behind all that. And this is why I created, with the help of my family, what we did here. The very first form of tourism was a brand new 1908 Model T. You could
like
not,
right now.
You could not afford a new car. So you paid somebody that had a car to take you a ride around the block just so you knew what it was like. Then the horse and carriages became the taxi. Well, at that time. But once everyone started having a car, the horse and carriage became the tourist industry here.
Right, that's true.
So all I'm doing is bringing back history, creating at all time old Model Ts, Model As, and then converting them to electric, because that is the way of the future.
It is.
I look forward to seeing what it becomes in the future, but know that these buildings will never change. Even if it burns down, you have to put the exact replica back. The ordinances, they stay the same color, the same siding, and the same roofing. Our great-great-grandchildren will see it like we see it today.
It was really fun today riding around St. Augustine in a 1908 Model T car, the first vehicle invented by Henry Ford. The really cool thing today, not only just being in the vehicle, I learned so many things from Mr. Chapman and his family today. And it wasn't just like the normal history that you learn from St. Augustine. It was things like the lions at the bridge, what their names are. I didn't even know they had names. What they were made out of, from Michelangelo's same granite quarry that he made David from. I didn't know that Martin Luther King had done his first peace march here. We really got to dive in deep to all the kind of nuances of the history here, learning about, you know, kind of the gossip from the era, from the early 1900s, how society worked, why a lot of these things were built, It was just really cool, and what a unique way to see St. Augustine. It was really fun.
Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by FishBrain, the world's #1 fishing app. Download it free now and start hooking up. Minn Kota Trolling Motors, built to outlast, outmuscle, and outperform the most trusted trolling motor on the water. Humminbird Electronics with Mega Down and side imaging. Fish have nowhere to hide. Simply, clearly better. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, everything you need to take it outside under one roof.
Are you ready to catch more fish and have the information the pros use? Then download the free FishBrain app today. FishBrain provides you with the tools and skills you need to perform better every time you hit the water. FishBrain is the world's most popular fishing app. Whether you're fishing inshore or offshore, freshwater or saltwater, FishBrain has you covered. Catch bigger, catch better. Fish smarter today, FishBrain.
The best of both worlds looks a little like this. Here, a morning of sunbathing transforms into an afternoon of flying. And a peaceful day spent kayaking is really an adventure exploring nature's theme park. Look at this! Could be anything from a cannonball in the pool to a rocket in the sky. So, what are you waiting for? Discovery awaits on the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Florida's Space Coast, only here.
Our children come from different backgrounds with different stories. They learn time-honored values like the importance of faith, hard work, and that an education is something no one can take away. They learn that respect begins with themselves and should be given to others. The Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, where kids learn, laugh, and dream with people who refuse to give up on them. With your donation today, we can give them a brighter tomorrow.
This episode of Let's Take It Outside is presented by St. Augustine in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida's historic coast, a place where history and nature come together.
The inshore fishing in St. Augustine is just as exciting as the rich history here. Today, we are fishing with the Drum Man, one of the best inshore captains in the area. Stay tuned, we might be making some fishing history of our own. Come on, fish. Fish on. Let's see what's happening.
Power pull down, so just be careful.
Okay.
I don't think we'll get you. It looks like a trout.
Oh, yeah, he's nice and dark. Beautiful. All right.
Terrific.
Okay.
Trout skis there.
Another trout. Loving it. Oh, perfect. There you go.
All right.
So today, we are practicing catch and release. We're just having a good time and seeing how many different species we can catch. 3 down, 100 more to go. Well, hooked another fish. Looks like it's a jack the way he's fighting, but let's see what it is. Oh, look how fast he is. Oh yeah, okay, I'm bringing him up. Yep, Jack Crevalle right here. Just goes to show you there's a lot of fish in these waters right here. So these are Jack Crevalles. Of course, we also have them on the east and west coast of Florida. They are a blast to catch. A lot of fun. They really put up a great fight. We're gonna catch and release him as well.
Yeah. There he goes.
Okay, great. Well, let's keep fishing. Oh, here we go. Let's see. There's something going on.
Mangrove snapper. You're bringing.
Oh, hey! Look at that. All right, nice little mangrove snapper. Another species for the day today. When they're smaller like this, they live up in the estuaries by the mangroves, which is why they're called mangrove snapper. As they get bigger in some parts of Florida, you're going to catch them offshore as well. Oh, so happy! Oh, awesome fish.
Nice. There.
Bringing them to you.
Not perfect. All right.
Woo! Yeah! So awesome!
Beautiful.
That's nice. Beautiful. Wow.
He was hungry. Let me grab him with his other hand.
Yeah.
Hook is way down in there. Look at that hook in there.
Wow. Good.
Hungry fish.
Beautiful fish. This is what we've been looking for all day today. That's amazing. Feeling good?
Yeah, you should be nice and healthy there.
There you go. Healthy fishing grounds right here. Richard landed a trout, really nice one. And I've gotten lucky, and I'm not sure what species of shark it is right now, but have a really nice shark on the line. Let's see if we can land it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here he goes. This is amazing. You know, I'm sure it may not be official, but I'm going to unofficially say this is very close to a world record bonnethead right here. Never seen one that big before. Holy moly.
All right, so you got 30 right there.
32.
And then right to where my finger is. 45.
45. This could unofficially be a world record.
Let it go.
We're just not in the position right now, but I think Richard and I are going to agree with that.
I think so.
He's ready to rock and
You'd want to
roll.
be careful with that.
Right? He'll come around and get you. Hey, yeah!
All right.
That's all right.
That'll work.
Biggest bonnethead I've ever seen, let alone caught. They don't grow that big on our side of Florida.
Yeah, we get pretty lucky up here
Wow.
with bonnetheads.
That's amazing.
Right.
I've been coming to St. Augustine for years, and we've actually been filming here for 3 years now. And I've probably driven past the Black Raven pirate ship no less than 100 times. So I'm actually excited today that I'm going to get the chance to climb aboard and check out the high seas on the Black Raven today. The crew on the Black Raven is so fun. They really get into character, and honestly, they actually have really good singing voices, believe it or not. They just really keep the party going. They keep not only the kids engaged, but the adults as well. And it's unlike any other pirate cruise I've ever been on. You know it's going to be a great day when you get to take a cruise on the Matanzas River because it has the scenery unlike any other. This is the oldest city in America, and to have the backdrop of the fort and the town square and the beautiful architecture and the lions on the bridge, you're just not going to get that anywhere else. And to be able to view that and be on the water, it's really just a match made in heaven.
What lies beneath can no longer hide. New Mega Imaging Plus uses high-frequency sonar to show you fish and structure up to 200 feet below your boat and 200 feet out to either side. No more secrets, no more guesswork. Just a clearer picture of the world below, down to a fish's species and direction. Because more detail means more of this. Only from Humminbird.
Shepherd's world-famous entertainment beach resort is the ultimate Florida getaway. Located directly on Gulf waters, you can't get any closer to paradise. Immaculate rooms boast ocean views and high-end upgrades. Shepherd's famous entertainment pleases the whole family, offering water sports, fine dining, live music, a nightclub, and much more. Come visit Shepherd's world-famous resort and experience it for yourself. Hi, this is Misty, and I want you to win big this season. Scan the QR code you see on the screen, text the word TV, and you're entered to win charters, vacation stays, rods, reels, and apparel. Follow us on social media for the weekly winners. You're invited to come visit the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center located at historic Johns Pass, Madeira Beach, Florida. The center is home to over 250 animals. Our Discovery Center provides a place for education and conservation. Don't worry about the Florida weather. Our entire center is indoors. Have you ever wanted to feed a sloth, pet a pig, or kiss a gator? Come visit us at the Alligator Wildlife Discovery Center. Visit kissagator.com for more information.
I was excited to kind of cool off a little bit, so we hopped in the truck and drove about 4 miles down to North Beach, where we were going to do some hunting for shark's teeth. The beach down there is just gorgeous. I had brought my sand shifters that the kids and I had made several years ago, and had a lot of fun just getting my toes in the sand, walking around and seeing if I can find any prehistoric or new shark teeth on the beach. We're at the GTM Research Reserve North Beach, where the original Ponce de Leon actually coordinated with his boats when he first saw the coast of Florida. I heard that there's some pretty good shark teething here, so I brought my shark shifters and we're gonna go check it out. You guys are joining me today in the GTM Research Reserve here in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. This place is incredible. It's over 7,600 acres that have been set aside just to keep natural for us to enjoy. So today we're out doing some bike trails, doing a little bit of hiking. One of my fellow hikers today showed me a picture of a 5-foot rattlesnake that he saw. The birds are singing, butterflies are out, so I can't wait to see what we run into. We've been really busy in the GTM today. There's so much to do. And the fact that we're downtown in the historic district and we can be here in 30 minutes and hop on our bikes and go on trails is just really, really cool. Now, I didn't bring my own bike because I knew that they had them for rent here, and I just thought that would be way easier. But you can show up with all your own stuff, your own bikes, your own kayaks, your own paddle boards, and have a really good time. The bike trails here at the GTM are actually very pleasant. So I love that it's just a real easy ride. You can spend the time looking around for birds, critters. We actually caught an armadillo on the run, which was really fun, and he was scurrying off into the bushes, but we were able to get some really cool footage of him foraging and just kind of walking through the palmettos and just going about his day. There's a lot of places where you can stop along the trail and really just kind of take in the nature, but also the sounds. You know, we pulled over and just sat on a bench for a while and could just really absorb all the birds and their songs and them communicating together. They said they have over 230 species of birds right here in the GTM. So I ran into some fishermen today and I could see them putting these temporary rods out in the water, and they had their rubber pants on and they're walking out there, and I couldn't really figure out exactly what they were doing. And the gentleman told me that they're blue crabbing. Of course, I blue crabbed back home where I live, and we just get a string, tie a chicken leg on it, and drop it down off the seawall, and then we'll just pull up the blue crabs. Over here, they do it a little bit differently, and they'll be out in the water with their rubber pants and their boots. They'll set their sticks with the chicken on it, and then they go through with nets and they'll just scoop up the blue crab. They did pretty good today. One guy had at least 2 dozen. Another amazing thing about being here in St. Augustine and Ponte Vedra is you can go from a historical tour with Pastime Tours, and then 30 minutes later I can be here in the GTM hiking, bike riding, you can canoe, paddle, and you can even horseback ride here.
game to bottom fish, the catch and release movement is catching on, and King Sailfish Mounts has been there all along. King Sailfish Mounts empowers anglers to celebrate their prize catch with no harm done. If you know the species and approximate size of your trophy fish, you can order online. You can also send us your photos and our artists will handcraft your mount down to the finest detail. Choose from the 175 species of game fish on our website. We're not just a fishing mount company, we're a conservation company. King Sailfish Mounts.
So, you want this, but you can't have it without this, or this, or this. Until now, introducing a new way to travel, intranationally. Get all that international charm without ever leaving the country. Right here in St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Get all that culture, all the cuisine from that culture. You're welcome. All the gram-worthy sites from that hashtag culture. It's right here at home. St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra. Travel intranationally.
Let's Take It Outside is brought to you by Hilton's Real-Time Navigator, the technology you need to catch more fish and use less fuel. Fisherman's Ideal Supply House, St. Pete, Florida, family owned and operated, your one-stop boating and fishing shop. Penn, superior quality and designs. Get ready for the battle. High Standards 4x4, Lakeland, Florida. You perceive it, we achieve it.
I'm so excited. We just pulled up at the GTM Research Reserve, and it's actually been a couple of years since I've been out here. We did film in season 1. We're gonna head into the Discovery Center first because I heard they have a new reptile exhibit and I wanna check it out. Now the fun doesn't end when the sun goes down because tonight we're headed out on the Bioluminescent Kayak Tour. I can't wait, I've never done anything like that before. So tonight, there was a little bit of cloud cover in the beginning, so I wasn't really sure if we were going to get the sunset. But as it turned out, it was glorious. The colors of the pink and the orange and the blue right over the GTM was just incredible tonight, right before we launched to go on our bioluminescence kayak ride. Meeting Ben tonight and just learning the extensive knowledge that he has, not only about the GTM, but also the lake there and all its inhabitants, not just the comb jellies, but you know, the different species of birds. There's quite a few alligators as well, different species of fish, crabs, things like that. He really knows that place like the back of his hand, and it's exciting to hop on the water and go check it out with him. So as we're heading back into the estuary, you know, we're really skimming the water. I'm guessing we were only in about 6 inches probably of water, but those kayaks actually go very easily. And so we're running our dip nets through the water, kind of back and forth like this, and just hundreds of these combs of jellyfish are going in them, and it's just so fun to see. And they're about the size of kind of peas or lima beans tonight. I actually thought they'd be quite a bit smaller, so I was really happy to see how big they were. So you just scoop them up out of the net and put them in your cup and just kind of let them hang out in there for a while as you paddle around. And you can just gather more, get some new ones, hold the cup up so you can kind of see what they look like. It's just really a lot of fun. And Ben, I think, knows everything there is to know about comb jellyfish. Tonight, being out on the lake was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And St. Augustine is so cool because every time we come here, it's just always something new. And it's so great because, again, everywhere you go, history and nature come together in every way, you know, especially out here at the GTM. I mean, it's just incredible. And going out on the water with you and your crew and looking at our comb jellies, dodging alligators, you know, mullet jumping all around, the birds, it was just incredible. So I just really want to thank you for taking us on the adventure of a lifetime here in St. Augustine and Ponte Vedra. And of course, if you want to have a great time, you really need to come out here and go on a trip with Ben, because it'll be something you remember forever. St. Augustine and Ponte Vedra is truly one of my favorite places to come, not only when we're filming Let's Take It Outside, but even on my leisure time. And every time I come here, I see something new, do something new, learn something new about the area. It's just so exciting. It truly is a place where history and nature come together. And doing everything that we did, from the Model T history tour in the historic district, the pirate ship, doing some biking, hiking in the GTM and kayaking, looking for shark's teeth. And of course, I can't complain about the dining either. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Take It Outside.